Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another Etheria restart video, and I'm about to go to bed, which means they're going to drop some patch notes and make me stay up a little bit longer and record a video. But these are big patch notes because one of the fixes the devs have been talking about specifically for training data and shells, like trying to make shell farming feel a little bit better, that's in these notes. So let's go take a look at this. So, dear hyperlinkers, to provide everyone with a better adventure experience, will undergo maintenance on the 16th at 3 a.m. So tomorrow, basically tonight while I'm asleep, this patch will go live. During this period, we can't log in, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna get 200 hydro crystals for the problem. And then if there is a problem after that, they'll patch again and we'll get more, like what usually happens. Anyway, big patch because Dreamscape has launched. So new major gameplay mode, Dreamscape coming in. This is the one where you get to like choose the hard path or the easy path, I think. Either way, more PvE to do. Awesome. And there's some other PvE resets that are happening that I'm going to talk about here as soon as I read through the notes. It's good. It's a good day to play the game tomorrow. Then Midsummer Fest themed event is now open. Don't know what this is. It doesn't ring a bell. This is probably the like easy one, while this is the hard one, because they tend to like to do that. Release a hard PvE thing, release an easy PvE thing. That's what that looks like to me. Now, here it is, and it took me a minute to read through this. It says, added Shell Slumba to the Grim Pursuit Inferno difficulty. And I was like, wait, is it a new Inferno difficulty? Oh my god, it's going to be insanely hard. But that's not what it is. Slumba will replace other epic shell drops from Inferno difficulty, and recycling Slumba grants a large amount of training data. So let's hold on real quick. Let's jump into the game for a second here. Jump over to the Inferno farming stages, and this is exactly what that means. So if you're in Grim Pursuit, if you're farming, let's say Shadowflame Hoyan, you will now either get one of these red shells to drop, and you will not get these yellow ones anymore. You'll get Slumba instead. And Slumba is made to be trash that you turned in for training data, which thank goodness. That helps in so many ways. Does that help us here? Because you just need so much training data. We still need to work on the RNG of like shell passives. I mean, that's probably got to be next on their fixing shells list, but this is a big step in the right direction if these do recycle for a lot of training data, and I will check that out tomorrow. Okay, bug fixes. There's a whole bunch of bug fixes going on here. Most of them have to do with some like PvE stuff. I did run into this amber shell, like making floating text disappear bug today. Found that in PvP. I was like, oh, that's weird, but something I just noticed. Yeah, most all this is just some bug fixes. Then we had the optimizations and adjustments. So improve multi-language support for localization compatibility. Okay, enhanced anti-cheat monitoring mechanism. Hey, I'll tell you what, I know like there are cheaters in the game, right? There's cheaters and that sucks, and nobody likes to see somebody who like, I remember when the last train event, or the train event that ended today, was happening. Like day one, I saw somebody cleared the train in 30 seconds. I was like, man, they're not even like trying to hide that they're cheating. And look, it's very important that you ban those people. You have to do it. It is a kick in the like, it's a kick in the morale guts if wide open cheating is allowed for a long period of time. I understand it takes time. You got to like work the systems and like get them banned and then figure out why they did it, blah, blah, blah. But like, I remember in War of the Visions, we would have cheaters that would come out and like they would cheat for months, and like crickets from the devs. Here, at least like next patch, boom, we're deleting some cheaters. Like there was a post about that on Twitter yesterday where a bunch of cheaters got banned, and today you're seeing anti-cheat monitoring mechanisms ramping up. If you're gonna make this an esports thing, can't have cheating. I'm pretty convinced that I ran into a couple cheaters today in PvP, but it was like manual PvP and I can't prove it and I wasn't recording. So anyway, it's good to see that happening. And then increased overall game stability. That's awesome. And you can read through, you know, the bug fixes if you want. One of the things about tomorrow that I wanted to mention real quick is if we look, Ethernet Rally is done in 1 day and 5 hours. So this does not actually reset tomorrow. You still have time to come in here like me. Hopefully I'm 59% of the way. I need to push that as far as I can tomorrow. So that's a good little thing to remember. Ember Trek also resets in 16 hours. So it's weird. They kind of reset at different times. So I need to push Ember Trek as much as I can. Phantom Theater has a reset in 5 days. That'll be interesting. And then it looks like these two things in a day and 5 hours, which makes me think I read the patch notes wrong. Today is the 15th. These patch notes are happening on the 16th at 3 a.m. Are we going to have like an overlapping? The 16th at 3 a.m. is in like 5 hours of recording this. Yes, I am indeed reading a clock right. And these look like they have 1 day and 5 hours left. Patch notes could be wrong. The patch could maybe not be tomorrow. It could be the next day. Or we're just going to have Infinity Train and Cyber Shadows for 1 extra day, which would be fine too. That's just going to be a crowded looking screen. All right, guys, that's it. Real short video tonight. Thank you all for watching. Have a great one. I'll catch you next time. Peace.